Hey everyone, Token Dave over here. Dorky token black guy just trying to get by. And welcome to another edition of AA, Adaptation Application. Here, I share my thoughts on how well original or an already established story has been adapted into a new or an updated medium. And today, I'm going to be talking about how well Marvel's Black Panther was adapted into the new movie that's out in theaters right now. Spoiler warning. I'm going to give away very important plot details in this adaptation application. So, if you have not seen the Black Panther movie, stop this video right now. You have been warned. Okay, guys, I've been spending my whole day trying to do this, and I noticed that my adaptation applications tend to run a little long, so I'm trying to make this one a lot quicker, and I'm trying to make my AAs quicker in the future. So, with that all said, I might do things rapid fire, pretty much, and there might be some things I might leave out. So, if there's some things I leave out that don't make sense or anything, if there's some things that don't make sense, or if I just jump ahead or anything, please ask me these questions in the comments, and I'll answer them for you. All right? So, right off the bat, I initially thought that Marvel, the MCU, was going to fuck up Black Panther's mythology because they did not have a good start when in Age of Ultron, Ultron took off Black Panther's arm. Took off Claw's arm. And then Civil War, when they had T'Chaka killed in a international summit in a terrorist act, didn't fly so well. Thankfully, they actually incorporated a lot of the mythology from the comics in the movie, which I am grateful for. However, there are a few issues. So, let's start off with basically my issues with the origin of the character. Now, T'Challa is the king of Wakanda. He is the Black Panther, but he became the Black Panther because Ulysses Claw invaded Wakanda and tried to attack. When he invaded Wakanda, T'Chaka actually retaliated, and Claw killed T'Chaka, and then T'Challa took Claw's own gun and shot his arm off. So, they didn't have that origin right here. Pissed me off. Also, basically, T'Challa comes off as, while a lot nicer here, he comes off as a bit of a stern, conservative, like someone that's basically, still wants to maintain secluded, because Wakanda is secluded from the majority of the world, and he still wants to keep this up. T'Challa was always open to opening the world to Wakanda, just to a small degree and everything. He didn't want to open the floodgates to everyone, but he wanted people to know, hey, we exist. We do have this technology, that's advanced, but he didn't give away the whole farm. All right. Oh boy. T'Chaka has a brother. He does in the comics, but in the movie, he kills his own brother, and the reason he did that is because his brother was basically selling vibranium on the sly and everything. And his name was Nobuku, well, whatever. Basically, this particular character is not in the comics. T'Chaka does have a brother named Seiyen, and for those that watch Dragon Ball Z and everything and watch the Japanese, and the English, the Japanese name for Goku's race is Saiyan. So get all your jokes out of the way. Anyway, Saiyan is actually the person that takes over for T'Chaka before T'Challa does. T'Challa ends up beating, Saiyan in combat to take the Panther throne. Prior to that, he actually did survive in the woods and everything. Which, by the way, brings me to the next issue. While, yes, they finally actually did incorporate the right to ascension, they talked about the trial by combat. They talked about ingesting the heart-shaped herb, but they did not talk about how T'Challa had to survive in the wilderness for a week without any weapons of his own. He had to do this through his own, ingenuity and fruition, They didn't talk about that. And during the trial by combat and everything, he's supposed to take on at least 6 people, and people were forfeiting the whole time. It's like, wait a minute, what the fuck? No, you don't give them the option to fight T'Challa and then say, do you want to fight or do you want to forfeit? No, you go in and you fight. That's how he earns his mantle as the king, Which, by the way, he has to do all this before he can wear the Panther habit. And in the Civil War, they basically said, oh, hey, T'Challa wore the Panther habit. Ugh. But speaking about the trial by combat, I have to say that when T'Challa and M'Baku were fighting, okay, there are 3 people that were difficult for Black Panther to fight. One was Malice and everything, the original Malice. I'll be talking about Malice in a little bit, but the original Malice was actually a formidable opponent, and unfortunately, we only saw her once, which sucked, But then you have Killmonger and M'Baku. These 2 wreck T'Challa so many times, From what I hear lately, M'Baku is not as much of a physical threat, but Killmonger, holy crap, he always fucks up T'Challa. In fact, in their first battle, first T'Challa tries to kick Killmonger, and it does nothing, and Killmonger's disappointed. So with his disappointment, he sticks a leopard on him. Yeah, he does. T'Challa defeats the leopard, snaps his jaw, but then Killmonger fights Black Panther and fucks him up to the nth degree. He tosses him off the Warrior Falls, which I gotta say is really cool that they incorporated that. But anyway, T'Challa actually beats the crap out of M'Baku, and M'Baku actually submits. M'Baku would never submit to anyone in a battle, regardless. No. But I would say M'Baku's character is an improvement because they gave him more 3 dimensions and they made him a little more funnier. Killmonger, on the other hand, while he is more sympathetic in the movie, that's not the Killmonger. Killmonger is filled with rage and hatred for Wakanda and would never work with Claw because basically Claw forced his father into helping him with the initial attack on Wakanda, and with that whole thing with basically Claw versus T'Chaka and killing T'Chaka. And after that happened, Saiyan banished everybody, every villager or every family of the villagers that were part of basically Claw's armada against Wakanda. And Killmonger had a seething hatred for the whole Wakanda. He was in America, went to MIT, trained his body to peak physical condition that he would be able to come back to Wakanda, take over it for his own image. Okay. W'Kabi. W'Kabi was one of the most fiercely loyal guardsmen and bodyguards for T'Challa. And they made him a Benedict Arnold in this? What the fuck? Yeah, he just turned his back and he worked with Killmonger. W'Kabi hates Killmonger for, his attack on the Wakandan villages and everything. So the fact that they made W'Kabi a traitor, yeah. Ugh. And Nakia is actually a love interest in this and, is supposed to be the next queen, which is kind of accurate, but she is also really smitten with Black Panther that they allow her to join the Dore Milaje, right? Which is basically the female elite guard. But they're really basically queens in preparation. And Nakia expected T'Challa to pick her as a queen, and she becomes so furiously jealous of Monica Lin that she tries to kill her, and she disgraces the Dore Milaje and everything. And thus, T'Challa banishes her, and she ends up working with Killmonger, and Killmonger gives her the name Malice and all. Okoye is actually a friend of is a friend of Nakia, and she is actually represented fairly well. She's actually the one character that is the most faithful representation. Now we get to my favorite character, Shuri, which my only beef with Shuri is she uses projectile weapons way too much. She is a much more formidable fighter. Actually, she's so much of a formidable fighter, she ends up passing that rite of ascension and becomes the Queen of Wakanda. So she can throw down hand-to-hand combat style. She can actually, she's on equal par with Okoye. But all in all, this adaptation is trash. It's better they included more of the mythology from the comics, but they were all over the place, and they did terrible representations of the characters for the most part. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Please drop me a comment in the comment section below. Follow me on Facebook at Token Dave, or on Twitter at TokenDave80. Subscribe and ring that bell so you know when a new video loads. But until then, this has been Token Dave, the dorky token black guy who's just trying to get by. I'll catch all of you later.